Football Queensland's coverage of the 2019 NPL, NPLW and FQPL season is brought to you by IFCA, Australia's only national football-specific coaching conference, 25th and 26th of May on the Gold Coast. Get your delegate pass today at ifcca.com.au. Play football. Join the team today. Visit playfootball.com.au to find your nearest club. Football Foundation, making football more accessible for every income, every gender, every ability, every background, every Indigenous Queenslander. Donate today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever in the world you may be tuning in from. My name is Darren Lutton and welcome to Walton Ridge Reserve for this Round 9 NPLW clash between the Gap and Moreton Bay United. An important fixture for both these and yellow. Number 2 is Hayley Riccardi. Number 5, Chloe Robertson. Number 6, Sian Fryer. Number 7, Talitha Doro. Number 10, Kim Abbott. Number 14 is worn by Charlie McLennan. Ruth Blackburn has number 15. Number 16, Liz Doherty. Number 17, Sarah Miller. Number 21, Tiffany Dibley. Number 24, Tierney Sunderland. On the bench for the Gap, Caitlin Winter, Lane Sunderland, Tatiana Timmins, Rebecca Kome Storovic. Number 4, Lauren Askin. Number 5, Lauren Spreadborough. Number 6, Madalena Daniels. Number 8, Jessica Dillon. Number 9, Grace Chalmers. Rihanna Policina has the 10. Number 13 is worn by Meg McGilligan. Number 16, Riley Baisden. Number 19, Kenzie Stokes and Talia Reynolds. Moreton Bay would like to thank their sponsors, Trueline and Hanno's Car Care. The Gap would like to thank their sponsors, WorkPack and PhysioWorks. The Total Tools referee this evening is Taylor Schofield and the assistants Bailey Jacobson and Jaden Hayes. Last year, these teams played in round 12 and 25. As we get underway in this game, Gap with the kickoff. So yes, last year, the round 12 match was a 3-2 win for Moreton Bay. That was the game where Moreton Bay announced themselves to the competition as a force to be reckoned with. But in round 25, the Gap certainly had their revenge with a 4-0 victory. Dylan Durrow Petterwood with a double. So the Gap come into this game 4th place on the ladder. Played 7, won 5, drawn 1 and lost 1. So yes, it was a good start to the season for the Gap, but the past couple of weeks the wheels have just come off a little bit. They had the 4-0 loss to Capalaba, and then last week a 1-1 draw with Gold Coast United. Now Moreton Bay, they're top place on the ladder. They've played one more game than everyone else. Played 8, won 7, lost 1 on 21 points. 43 goals for. They're by far the highest scorers in the league. Just 9 goals against. That ball. Tierney Sunderland comes out to collect. Yes, the big 9-2 win over Logan that we streamed a few weeks ago. Then they followed that up with a 7. So attacking start to this game. Both teams going end to end. Here's Talitha Doro now. Manages to get a cross in. So I've got the feeling this could be a very entertaining match this evening. At the 8 o'clock late start, all the other matches today have been played. I'll run through those results a little bit later. This is Hayley Riccardi. Tries to get around Madalena Daniels. Good battle between the two. Past couple of seasons, it's just been 1 or 2 teams that have been near the top. This season we've got 4 or 5, which is wonderful for the competition. Daniels clears. Askin comes out. Understand we're having a few streaming issues here. Generally get that here at Walton Bridge Reserve. Apologies for that. Askin. In the field for Jess Dillon. Of course, former Gap player who's made the switch in the off-season. Riccardi. Trying to find Miller. Cut out by Spreadborough. Now Daniels will look for options. He's back across field to Christy New. Here comes Doro. A touch from Baisden. Goes out of play. Interesting that we're seeing Riley Baisden on the left-hand side of midfield this evening. That match against Logan, she caused a whole heap of damage on the right-hand side. You'll note that the Moreton Bay team are lacking a couple of big names this evening. Natalie Tatham's got an injury which has forced her out. Quite dazed and confused under doctor's orders. She was advised not to play this evening. She is here. won't be taking any part in proceedings this evening. And she's in the squad with Melbourne City. Opportunities were limited. Works brought her up to the Sunshine State. She's decided to sign with Moreton Bay United. She's on the subs bench this evening, so we might see her a little bit in the second half. And forced error there by Moreton Bay. Gifting possession. Cardi manages to keep the ball in play. So a good battle between these two teams in the early stages. Just the one shot on target at the moment. A lot of probing by both teams. We've got plenty of attacking weapons on display, so it should be a cracking game. Miller back for Blackburn. Ball goes out. Goal kick is the decision. Not quite sure Mastorovic had a bearings there for that one. But the ball did go harmlessly out of play. So 9 minutes in. No goals to speak of yet. Darrow and Askin having a coming together. Moreton Bay look to go forward. It's a beautiful evening here at Bolton Bridge Reserve as Gap turn the ball over. Here's a chance and Bayston opens the scoring. In the 10th minute, the visitors take the lead. Well, it was a defensive error as the Gap back line tried to share the ball around. Only succeeded in turning the ball over. And Riley Bayston, you give her half an opportunity. She makes the most of it. That's her 9th goal of the season. She now takes the lead as the top goal scorer for her club. Moreton Bay are ahead. So Doherty, Abbott and Dibley just need to have a little inquisition. They weren't quite precise with their passing. So the early blow is struck by the Jets. Keeps the ball in play for Daniels. As again looks infield. Blackburn gives the ball back for Robertson. Now for Miller. Turnover here for the Jets. Nothing comes from that attack. Gap now. Just look to settle things down. This isn't the assured slow build-up that we're used to seeing from the Gap. They're being hurried, not being as precise as they normally are with their passes. Cut out nicely there by Robertson. Doro puts the ball in behind the defence. Mastorovic comes out quickly. Deft touch there for Madalena Daniels. Daniels just elects to slow things down. Both teams finding it difficult to construct possession for a sustained period. It's a hot ball in that midfield at the minute. Both teams pressing hard. Nice play there. Puts Dibley in a bit of space. The cross turns into a shot and goes straight to Mastorovic. So I mentioned that Alira Toby isn't playing tonight due to concussion protocols. Sian Fry is on the field tonight, but her sister Lainey isn't playing for the exact same reason. Concussions put her out. She's one of the few players missing from the Gap tonight. Despite this, the Gap have named 25 players on the team sheet in the first 7 matches. Moreton Bay have used just 20. Here's Baisden again. She's got McGilligan in front. Blackburn does well to get herself in the way. Actually retains possession by laying down. Abbott goes out the left-hand side for Fryer. Another turnover. Askin gets the ball away for Baisden. Does well to get a touch, gets a second attempt. Kicks the ball up into the crowd where there's a 21st birthday party happening this evening at Walton's Pantry. A great way to spend a 21st. I hope you're enjoying this evening's coverage. Football Queensland's presentation of the NPLW. We're of course watching this game via Facebook Live or YouTube. If you're watching via Facebook Live, please give us your comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Talitha Doro goes on a run. And Riccardi just went a little bit early. Or the pass was just delayed a touch. Riccardi slips offside. So yes, we love your comments. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Do some shout outs in the second half. Just Dylan on the ball. We spent so much time here at Walton Bridge Reserve. Wonder if she's going to get some special treatment tonight from her former teammates. Here she is again on the ball. Crossfield ball. Straight to Sunderland. Doherty is long downfield. Can't find Riccardi. Gapper using this right-hand side to great effect early on. And Moreton Bay using the left. Lovely crossfield ball by Baisden, looking for a teammate. And the shot from Policina goes high and wide. So if the Gap are seeing the right-hand side as a position of strength, Moreton Bay are doing exactly the same. So we've seen most of these attacking raids coming from the near side of the field. Abbott, in a little bit of trouble, gets out of it well. Just going through some of the results today, you might have seen in the NPL match where we previously streamed, it was a 1-0 win for the Brisbane Strikers over Brisbane Roar Youth in the NPLW. Track down those results. There we go, at 3 o'clock today. It was an 8-1 win at Gatton for Lions against Southwest Queensland Thunder. Mitchelton hosted Brisbane Roar QAS and went down 4-2. So good win there for the Roar QAS. They've been struggling for results so far this season. We might see them get on a bit of a roll now. Just hook up with the play again. Fryer still going. Crossfield ball to find Miller. Touch just lets it down. It's still there for her though. Mostorovic comes out. Got down low well. Askin, will Moreton Bay look to counter quickly? Here's Baisden with the run. She's got plenty of space. Important challenge from Chloe Robertson. Baisden was away then. Daniels. Baisden's movements just great to watch. Ollie Baisden from Malibu in California. Doherty. And for Miller. Spreadbearer tidies up for the Jets. Dylan, Daniels. That ball a little bit too strong for Baisden. So one other game in the NPLW this evening, and at Cornubia Park, Logan Lightning had a 4-1 victory over the Southwest Sunshine Coast Wanderers, I should say. So it was the only home win so far this evening. There's 2 matches tomorrow. 5:15, Capalaba hosting Western Pride. And almost able to latch onto that loose ball. At 6 o'clock, Souths Wakely Park will be hosting Easts. Gold Coast United have the bye. There was a midweek match, Royal QAS, so their result today was actually their 2nd win in a row. They hosted Sunshine Coast Wanderers and had a 6-0 win during the week. So we haven't seen either of those teams yet on the live streams. Might be time to start penciling in Royal QAS now that they've come good. Long range attempt from New, well over the bar. Tuttle Tools referee Taylor Schofield has the whistle tonight. This is just her third run of fixtures back. Spent a little bit of time away from the whistle. An SOS was put out. You may have seen Football Queensland advertising during the week for new referees. If it is something that you are interested in, get in touch with your local club. Good way to earn a bit of money. We tend to breed good referees in this area. Who knows where it could take you? Could even take you to a World Cup. Another interception for Moreton Bay. Policina. Not quite link up with McElligott, but she gets herself involved. Wins back possession. Spreadborough. New. And for Chalmers. Another turnover. Askin wins it back for the Jets. Kim Abbott will settle things down for the gap. Doherty had to be sharp. There's a chance for Doro. Strong first touch. Actually, it's Fryer. Fryer! Good save from Ostorovic. Is she able to stay inside the box? She is. Well, that was a chance created from nothing. There's Doherty looking to prevent an interception. Launches the ball downfield. Sean Fryer almost latches on. Almost levels the scoring. Deep cross from Riccardi. Fryer just dinks the ball back into the box. It's still there. Peels for handball. Nothing given. Storovic has to make a save. And the Gap have a corner. So some good action. First 25 minutes of this match. Corner's taken. Quite the flight that you'd hope. Fryer with the shot. It's blocked. Ball's going to come back in again. That's a good cross. Storovic got up high. Don't know as much about Coco Mestorovic as I should. I might try and have a little conversation with her after the match just to get to know a little bit more about her. She was a good keeper for Moreton Bay last season and shown again that Hano's got plenty of faith in her. She's repaying that faith with plenty of good performances. Not the tallest of keepers. She's certainly athletic. Moves quickly around the box. Seems to have good vision, good positioning. Anyways, comes back to Bysden. Moreton Bay always seeming to have a loose player in space. The easy passes on. Corners the decision. The Football Foundation Queensland has been established to make football in Queensland as inclusive and accessible as possible by providing opportunities, creating community connections and supporting the growth of football participation across Queensland. We encourage all Queenslanders who care about our game to consider making a donation to Football Foundation Queensland to help the development of football in our state. This is corner. It's rolled along the ground. Ball in. No problem for Sunderland. Tierney Sunderland has her sister laying on the bench. Dylan. McGilligan. The shot goes well over the bar. So the Jets, a goal up, had the better of the going. Having said that, the Gap have had a couple of chances. Riley Baisden scoring in the 10th minute. Dibley for Doherty. Loses out to Scotty Walker. Someone goes short. Gallagher's trying to make a contest. Spreadbarrow tidies up for the Jets. Nestorovic has plenty of space in front of her. Spreadbarrow takes up some of that space. Blocked pass. Gives the Gap a chance. Policina injects herself into the play. So settles things down for Moreton Bay. I walked this pitch pre-game and I've never seen Walton Bridge Reserve with so much grass on it. This pitch is in fantastic condition. And the grass coverage on it is really thick. Both goalkeepers will really appreciate the coverage that's on this field this evening. And anyone who hits the deck. Of course, that rain yesterday certainly would have helped. Robertson finds Blackburn. Pass. And the shot. And the goal. It's 1-1. The Gap fight back. Fry with the goal. Just a good interplay of passing. Ruth Blackburn getting involved in the attacking play. Good things normally happen when she gets involved. And in the 31st minute, it's 1-1. Well, it's very important there for the Gap. They've had their opportunities. Such a good finish. No chance for Nestorovic. And we've really got a game on our hands now. Both teams going at each other hard. Both coaches on their feet. shouting out instructions. Spreadbarrow looking to link up with Walker. Plenty of pressure there from the gap. Moreton Bay are able to maintain possession. Gilligan trying to play a 1-2. Couldn't link up with Walker. Cross comes in, straight for Sunderland. Doherty look to set the gap on their way. Just goes straight downfield. Finds Miller. Blackburn gets involved again. Another turnover. Crossfield ball. Spreadbarrow puts the ball out. Gap having a good little patch here. Jets are just going to have to check themselves. Make sure they're defensively tight. Getting an examination from the home team at the moment. Good deep corner. Blackburn getting up high. Walker looks to set off Brisbane. Brisbane goes back in field looking for Walker. Askin now to Daniels. Brisbane earns her side a free kick. Pretty good position here for Moreton Bay. Christy News certainly got a wicked right foot on her. So she's not shy in coming forward. Take this free kick. All players in the wall. Christine looking across, looking at goal. It's New. She goes with the short pass. Doesn't work out, and the gap looked to go quickly. Christine with an important intervention, just slowing things down. Miller goes infield looking for Riccardi. New again. McGilligan, Daniels. Back for Spreadbarrow. Cross to New. Dillon. At it with the blocking. Sunderland comes out. Just under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Been plenty of action. Moreton Bay working the left-hand side again. This time McGilligan's taken up a position. Play on's the call. Doro. Crossfield to find Robertson. The offside flag goes up to the chagrin of the home fans. Gap again, knocking on the door. They've certainly finishing this first half a lot better than they started. Moreton Bay certainly had the better of the opening exchanges. It's now the Gap that are growing into the game. This Moreton Bay defence just going to have to just tighten things up a little bit. Whenever the Gap commit numbers forward, and work their short passes, it's when they're creating the spaces.
Where's the goal?
Doro now with a chance to run at the defence. Puts the ball through for Miller. Sarah Miller. She left the ball behind. Storovic left the ball behind. And after all that, the Gap have a throw. Sarah Miller just needed to get a touch. It's a little bit timid. Robertson with a weak shot. Again, the Jets to work down this left-hand side. McGilligan can't keep the ball in play. Megan McGilligan, 50 goals last season, if you don't mind. She scored 8 already in this campaign. Of course, the season that McGilligan scores 50, Tian Petterwood, who played the Gap last season, scored 46, which is a record for a Gap striker in the top competition. It still wasn't enough to win the Golden Boot. But Sarah Miller's having to step up for the Gap this season in the striking role. Didn't inquire the whereabouts of Greta Bodie. She's played a few games this season. I can only assume that she's injured. Play on's a call. Crossfield ball. Miller keeps the ball in play. Robertson with the touch. Chalmers bring the ball upfield, but only as far as Doherty. Riccardi. Doherty again going long. Miller. Blackburn. Goes out wide. McLennan isn't that fast. She's fast, but she's not that fast. Just under 5 minutes left in this first half. Chances are plenty in this game. Goal kick is the decision. So the Aldi Mini Roos kick-off is an introductory program for children aged between 4 and 9 years old. Each weekly 45-minute game gives each child a chance to get plenty of touches on the ball. They receive an Aldi Mini Roos participant pack, which includes a boot bag, football, water bottle and a sticker sheet. Go to Play Football for more information. Sign up at your local club. There's a chance now. Across the face. The Jets defence just having no answers on this left-hand side. Plenty of good opportunities there for Doro and Fryer. Again, play cut out by the gap. Haysden wins the ball back for the Jets. The gap now have a free kick. Or is it a throw? It's a throw. Well, leaves the ball behind, then picks it back up again. Doro's flagged for offside. Friendly atmosphere here at Walton Bridge Reserve. Plenty of people in attendance. Imagine we've got that 21st birthday party happening off in the distance. As Abbott brings the ball forward. Important touch from Spreadborough. He stays down. Blackburn springs the offside trap. Crossfield ball's cut out by New. Long range attempt from Doro. Had a wicked curve on it. Just couldn't get it down in time. Looks like Moreton Bay are having to make a substitution. Yes, Lauren Spreadborough, when she went down to make that interception. She's pulled a calf or a groin. And Amy Jackson, player who's come up from Victoria. 31-year-old who had 4 years at Melbourne City. She got engaged last year, moved up to Brisbane to be with her fiancé and work. He's a former Australian under-20 international. Cut out by Dibley. That touch. Put Sunderland under a lot of pressure. He's up to the task though. Daniels. Cut out by Riccardi. The dying embers this first half. Both teams have had a red-hot go this evening. Temperature at Walton Bridge Reserve is perfect for football. It's lovely and cool. So the energy levels of both these teams is high. They've played a high-tempo game, whilst respecting their possession. We've seen plenty of chances at both ends. One converted by each side, but here come the Jets. Can they get something just before the break? McGilligan. Infield, the shot from Askin! The Jets are back in front with a strike just before the half-time break. Well, they broke quickly, came forward with numbers. And the infield ball from McGilligan when the play looked to break down. What a sweet strike that was from Lauren Askin. It's the visitors who retake the lead in first half injury time. There it is. Well, it's been a cracking first half. Both teams going hell for leather. Plenty of skills on offer. Good attack. As we go into the half-time break, it's the Gap with a little bit of more work to do in the second half. They've just been sucker punched after working their way back into the game. Walton Bridge Reserve, it's half-time and it's the Gap Gators 1, Moreton Bay United 2. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
For White, breaks into the penalty area, 1-0 Olympic!
95 minutes in, and Sean Carlos...
Ball right into a dangerous area, and the ball is in the back of the net!
Why do I play football?
Why do we play football? I play for fitness.
For competition.
Community spirit.
It's healthy and safe.
And fun.
I play for celebrations.
What's your reason? Join our team.
We swear a lot at Total Tools. We swear by our range. We swear by our service. And of course, we swear by our prices. So you'll know that you're buying at the best price every day. Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
45 minutes in, and Sean
Ball
Carlos.
right into a dangerous area, and the ball is in the back of the net.
Why do I play football?
Why do we play football? I play for fitness.
For competition.
Community spirit. It's healthy and safe.
And fun.
I play for celebrations.
What's your reason? Join our team.
For White, breaks into the penalty area.
Welcome back to Walton Bridge Reserve for this round 9 NPLW fixture between the Gap and Moreton Bay United. We've got a bit of a doozy on our hands here. It's currently 2-1 to Moreton Bay. Early goal for Riley Baisden. And a good evening from Yorba Linda is where the Baisdens are watching the match in the United States. Thank you for tuning in. Your daughter is an exceptional player. She is a pleasure to watch. So she scored in the 10th minute. Then came the reply. Sean Fryer scoring in the 31st minute. And then on the stroke of half-time, a thunderbolt from Lauren Askin put the Jets back ahead. Now, we'll just quickly run through some of the scores from elsewhere. So in the NPL tonight, Queensland Lions had a 6-0 win over Magpies Crusaders. Brisbane Strikers had a 1-0 win over Brisbane Roar Youth. And Peninsula Power had a 2-0 win over Redlands United. No FQPL matches, of course, this weekend. There are a couple of FFA Cup games. I'll see if I can track those down. So it looks like Holland Park and Robina City have gone to penalties. Western Pride are in extra time against Noosa Lions. What turn up that would be. Gold Coast Knights had a 3-0 win over Sunshine Coast. Nambour, Yandina and Clairvaux got postponed. Coomera Colts had a 4-2 win over Ipswich Knights. That is well and truly a cup set. And Burleigh had a 3-0 win over Albany Creek. So that FFA Cup keeps bringing us those great results. We need a cup for the women's competition, don't we? All right, now also, just before we can get underway in the second half, I'll run through some of the scores earlier today. Let's quickly track that down. So South West Queensland Thunder 1, Lions 8. That was played at Gatton. Mitchelton 2, Brisbane Roar QAS 4. And Logan Lightning 4, Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1. And of course it's 2-1 here to Moreton Bay. Moreton Bay looking to attack early in the second half. Here they go again. This is Baisden. Baisden taking on McLennan. Headed only as far as Walker. She puts her shot over the bar. So the injury worries continue for the Moreton Bay Jets. They only nominated 3 players on the bench tonight. And they're down 1 player already. Lauren Spreadbarrett. Just stretching a little bit too much to make an interception. She came up lame and had to be substituted. He's signing Amy Jackson. She's making her first appearance for her new club. Get a few shout outs here as well. So thank you for the Dohertys. We're watching this match in Tamworth. That's of course where Liz Hale's from. And Nikki Stowers, who is watching in Apia in Samoa. He's a big Jess Dillon fan. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, Nikki. Doro. Fry with the cross. Offside flag goes up. Sean Fryer. course, scored the winning goal in last season's grand final. The Roar NTC. I think it was Sean. Sister Lane was on the field at the same time. They are identical twins. Jackson with a crossfield pass. He's only going to come back with interest. Dylan wins the ball back for the Jets. Baisden taking on McLennan. McLennan will win that battle. Walker. Baisden with the cross. And just wide. The Sunderland came out to punch. Didn't quite get out far enough. I think it was McElligott with the touch. Just wide. Sunderland's wanting to go short. There's plenty of pressure here from the Jets. Just made it change tactics and go long. McElligott winning the ball back for the Jets. Askin goes out wide for Chalmers. Baisden. This time she's got the beating of McLennan. Crossfield ball, finding Askin. Gators are there in numbers. Fryer putting the ball out for McLennan. Sorry, for Miller. Sarah Miller just waiting for support to come in. She miscues her cross. So the second half's picking up exactly where the first half left off. Both sides getting forward, getting shots away. Can the gap again. Fryer and Chalmers. Fryer's cross straight into New. As quickly for Baisden. Walker. Back for Dylan, who goes downfield, trying to link up with Baisden again. Abbott's there. McLennan. Back for Abbott. Doherty. Sprays the ball out wide with a lovely pass.
You slid over by yourself. Your own teammates.
Gap getting plenty of numbers in support. Now they've turned it over. Great ball from Dylan. Finds Baisden. Baisden's got space. Will she take on the shot of the cross? She takes on the shot. Just wide. Sunderland deemed to have got a touch. Yes, she is. Moreton Bay over corner. Decision's being disputed by Kim Abbott. So McElligott's going to deliver. Ball into the middle of the box. Shot from Baisden. Well wide. So you're just starting out. I've been doing it for years. There's a club for you to play football in 2019 with over 2,200 clubs across the country. There is bound to be one just right for you or your child. Girls and boys can start playing for a club from the year they turn 6. So what are you waiting for? Joining the team today, visit playfootball.com.au. Sunderland goes short this time. Doherty puts the ball forward for Miller. So just watching Liz Doherty doing her work this evening from central defence. It's got a pretty similar role to what Catherine O'Neill had when she was here at the club. She was responsible for these long-ranging passes. Fryer with the cutout. James goes down the line. There's McGilligan. McGilligan can't get the shot away. It's blocked. It's still there for a though. Out now for Bosden. Her shot. Too high, too wide. Just wave after wave of attack from the Jets. Of course, hit the gap with a sucker punch right on the stroke of half time. They've pretty much picked up where they've left off. A little bit too high for Dylan. Fryer tidies up. Goes to Blackburn. There's a ball for Doro. Doro's cross. McLennan does well to keep it in play. Header from Miller. Supplied. Askin puts the ball out in front of Bosden. He can't keep the ball in play. And again, the Jets showing what an attacking threat they are. The blink of an eye had the ball in the attacking third. Fryer. This is out to Policina. Chalmers. Dylan. Jackson. Daniels. Gilligan back for Daniels. Some good hustle there from Riccardi. Just Dylan took a little bit of afters after making that pass. It's the first bit of attention that I've seen her receive in this game. Just Dylan, of course, a former Gap player. New. And the pressure from Miller creates a turnover. Goes back to Abbott. Doherty. Talitha Doro. Now Abbott attacks the ball with pace. Puts the ball in front of Fryer. Fryer's flagged for offside. That was unfortunate. Some frustration there from Ruth Blackburn. After her shot hit the post. Again, some great attack here from the Gap. Still in this game. Storovic goes short to New. To New. Finds Walker. Olasina. Crossfield for McGilligan. Infield for Dylan. There's a 1-2 with Daniels. Dylan again. One of the features of Moreton Bay last season, their passing movements, they're unlike any other team in the competition. And try some really adventurous passing patterns, and you'd see teams like the Gap, just left and right, left and right. Moreton Bay were always keen to pass the ball in between the lines and through the lines. They're great angles with their passing, and when quality players from the back, such as Christy New, are able to pull these passes off. Free kick to Moreton Bay. Again, another sign of some frustration there from the home team. Cross now for Chalmers. Cut out by McLennan. Goes infield to find Blackburn. Blackburn with a good pass in behind the defence. This is Miller. Can she get it onto her right foot? Strong defensive work there from Christy New. Does enough. That was a good battle between those two players. Sarah Miller. Looked desperate to get that ball onto her right foot. I wonder if she doesn't have much faith in her left. She could have taken a swing. Tough ball there for Doherty to get to. Creates a turnover. This is Megan McGilligan. Still going. Back for Askin. Long range attempt. That's a curly one, and it's in! Moreton Bay had their third. I believe it's Rihanna Policina with the goal. And the Jets press home their advantage. They go out to a 3-1 lead. The Gap are about to make a substitution here by the looks of things. Katie Winters on the sideline. It's Sarah Miller, the player that's going to come off. Sarah Miller, who had that chance just a couple of moments ago. Now Caitlin Windsor gets her opportunity. So a little bit of work now for the home team. And now 2 goals behind. Certainly got the attacking weapons and the class. This is a team, this is a club that isn't used to losing. They've got that winning mentality, so they'll stay in this contest, don't you worry about that. Here's Winter now. Good ball, finding Doro. Winter again, stayed onside. Ball went out of play. Yep, coach Gary Ward not entirely happy with that little passage of play. I'm interested to see what role Katie Wynn is playing. She's looks to be playing as a striker. Blackburn just left the ball behind. Good interception there from Doherty. She tries a long ranger. Goes wide. Don't forget to follow Football Queensland on Instagram and Facebook for the football news and events across the state. You can find us at Football QLD. Storovic goes short. New. Fryer got herself in the way, and she'll get a chance to go now. Looks promising here for the gap. Fryer across the face of goal. Didn't quite link up with a teammate. And again, the gap keep knocking. Cross from Riccardi. Back now for McLennan. Doro. Just wide. Just out of the reach of Doro with that return ball from Fryer. A gap, look to turn the screw. Clearly a free kick. Yellow card's been given. Every gap player to it screamed at the top of their lungs for that free kick. They certainly felt the injustice. And Ruth Blackburn steps up. Ball looks to be about 10 yards away from the top of the box. We've seen Ruth Blackburn score goals from these positions. She was pretty sharp in claiming the ball, getting herself ready for this free kick. I expect her to go straight on goal. There's to be a little bit of hesitation now. Other options look available. It's Ruth Blackburn. She does a little dink. Jackson showed clean pair of heels. Clear the danger. Now Nestorovic gets down low. And that's a couple of times now that the Gap have tried something a little bit different with their free kicks rather than just going on goal. Tried something a little bit tricky. Now that they've done that twice, I think maybe next time that they could just get a full-blooded shot on goal away. So 2/3 through this game. It's a bit of a beauty. This is round 9 of the NPLW. We're at Walton Bridge Reserve for the match between the Gap and Moreton Bay United. It's Gap 1, Moreton Bay 3. Goal for the home team from Sian Fryer. Goals for Moreton Bay from Askin, Policina and Baisden. Assistant flag up for that ball going out. Gap again in an attacking position. Fryer makes a good run. McLennan. And he gets a cross in. Daniels gets over to clear. Jets now. Doro with an interception. Doro, we've seen a score from this position. Talitha Doro with the cross, finds Blackburn, just wide. Well, Good enterprising play here from the gap. Short passing, working in between the gaps. Introduction of Winter is a little bit of a difference to how they've played. Storovic goes long this time, and as far as Fryer. Chalmers can't keep the ball in play. Gap again. He puts some pressure on. Shot from Winter. Deflected. So again, the Gap keep piling on these shots on goal. Keep piling on the pressure. The Jets have been up to the challenge so far. How long can they hold out? They've got a 2-goal buffer. And Winter just straight offside. It's quite difficult to judge the offsides. This ground where the clubhouse is, it isn't on the same angle as the actual field. So to get a guide on these offside decisions, you've really just got to go with the assistant's judgments. Glennon loses out to McGilligan. McGilligan. Sunderland will get over to tidy up for Moreton for the Gap. Doherty putting the ball downfield. This time she can't find a teammate. Ball goes to New. Chalmers. Back for Jackson. Jackson's looked good. It's been a good debut from her. And she was then with the header. It's a very assured defender. Blackburn. Back for Doherty. Cross for Abbott. Dillon now. Dillon's got Walker on the right-hand side. Walker's cross. The offside flag goes up. Although the ball's reached the back of the net and the Jets fans are applauding. Sunderland will bring the ball back into play. Out wide for McGilligan. Just over 20 minutes left to go in this game. Plenty of time here for the home team if they're good enough. The Jets have withstood a lot of pressure in the past 20 minutes. Able to hold their lines. Offside flag goes up again. The arguments from the Moreton Bay bench is that maybe offside from a throw. Anyway, decision's been made. This is Walker. Dillon, back for Walker. Walker with a little bit of space. Can't get the ball past Blackburn. The gap will look to go quickly. This is Doro. Times the pass to perfection. This is Fryer in exactly the same spot where she scored in the grand final. Not this time. Nestorovic with an important save. Well, that was a golden opportunity there for the gap. Fryer looked to just take a little bit too much time. She wasn't quite sure what she was going to do. A little indecisive. Instead of just pulling the trigger, tried to be a little bit cute. Didn't work out. Long range attempt from Abbott. Straight to Coco Nestorovic. The shots keep piling up for the gap. Jackson. Daniels. Back for New. New. Almost squeezed out. Winter and Fryer. She's got to pass away in time. Now the Jets will get the ball over into the attacking third. The crossfield ball will only find a purple shirt. Here comes Blackburn. And the ball out in front of Fryer. Here come the gap again. Early ball from Fryer. Dealt with by New. Dillon looks to go quickly for Moreton Bay. And Abbott concedes a professional foul there on Walker. Suggest that was a good foul to give. One thing we had a chat about here in the production team at half-time, we noticed that the Gap did their half-time talk on the field. We noticed that every time when Souths play their matches, they do their half-time talks, either at the bench or over on the field as well. But we don't see that in the men's teams, do we? It's something that's exclusive to the women. So I'll just come back to that as the shot from Walker. Sunderland left it for McLennan. McLennan left it for Sunderland. And eventually, Tierney Sunderland got up and picked the ball up. Yes, just going back to that comment before, you notice it's the women's teams where the players do their half-time talks and chats on the field. You just don't see that in the men's teams, do you? Now, seeing a lot of grants going out at the moment so that these women's change rooms, so that clubs can make improvements. I wonder if that'll make a difference. Fry gets another cross in. Range attempt, that's off the bar! It's still there for the Gap, and this time they've scored! Well, something had to give, plenty of pressure. Caitlin Winter gets her name on the score sheet. And boy, have we got a game on our hands here. Well, it was a great shot from Chloe Robertson. Nestorovic getting the touch off onto the bar. Winter, with plenty of attention, gets the shot away, and it's now 3-2. Well, this is a beauty. This is a great game. I hope you're enjoying our coverage of the NPLW. The crowd are totally engrossed in this game. Normally you see plenty of kids running about. There's not too many kicking balls. They're all sitting down watching the game as well. This is a beauty. Here's McGilligan. Can the Jets come up with an instant reply? McGilligan goes down. Play on is the call from Total Tools referee Schofield. It's time a free kick to the Gap. Was seen other player to have infringed. A bit of afters there from Fryer. And here's Fryer again. Cross. Cut out there by Jackson. Actually, it was Daniels. This is exciting. I promised you a great dessert tonight. We've got it here. Here come the gap again. Fryer. Fryer taking on you. She gets past her. Jackson in the right place. And the gap now over corner. And the gap players desperate to play on. I've got plenty of time. Jets just a little shell-shocked at the moment. They need to collect themselves. The gap, they smell the opportunity as the corner from Doro comes in. Appeals for handball. No decision from Schofield.
If I can see it from here, you can see it.
Doro. It's been called back for the push. And Fryer gets herself a yellow card for a little bit of back chat. I noticed that Fryer got a red card. There's some language in a match a few weeks ago against Souths. You have to be careful. So relieving free kick here for Moreton Bay. Christy New sends it downfield as far as she can go, but it's only as far as Blackburn. Dylan presents the ball to Kim Abbott. And there's plenty of talk out on the field. This match was probably the most intense that we've come across this season. Both teams having a red hot go. Of course, the result could be vital in the title race. Jets are in first place. Gap are in fourth. Gap are very rarely in fourth place on the ladder. Normally much higher. Ball there from Askin. It's going behind Policina. It's McGilligan. Tries something a little bit tricky. This time the flag goes up. It's like a dinked cross there from McGilligan. McLennan. Back infield for Abbott. Nice touch from Robertson. She turns over possession. Askin. Can only find McLennan. The gap will reset again. Doherty swings the ball under her trusty right foot. Can't find Fryer. Chalmers. Jackson. Daniels. New. Now for Chalmers. Can't link up with the teammate. Winter wins the ball back for the gap. This is Blackburn. He goes down the line. Blackburn again. Good body work there. Robertson. Winter. It's crossfield. Touched by Doro. Probably should have left it for Fryer. Great touch there from McGilligan. The gap again. We've got a plane flying over here, which is just adding to the tension. It's like we've got a drum roll as this game plays out. Just over 10 minutes to go now. Throw here for Moreton Bay. Jets look to be warming up a substitution. Looks like Talia Reynolds is going to get some game time. Grace Chalmers is the player coming off. Talia Reynolds, former Gold Coast City player. Jets now with the free kick. Launch downfield. It's at the feet of Fryer. Robertson. Blackburn. Scotty Walker. Askin. Dillon. Infield for Walker. Jets stringing some passes together. Reynolds. McGilligan. Here come the Gators. This is Fryer. Fryer getting around Policina. Gap of the throw. That's blocked. Oh, the goal kick is the decision. The home fans are not happy with that call. That shot looked to be clearly blocked. Tuttle Tools, referee Schofield. Determined that the ball came off a gap foot last. And it's a... Is that a red card? Was that a red card? Talitha Doro has been sent from the field. Well, she must have said something. I think you can pick up that comment on the microphone. With 8 minutes to go,
Girls, we're gonna live.
Talitha Doro has been sent. The gap had just made that challenge a little bit harder. Well, there you go. We've had plenty of action in this game, and we've just added a little bit of controversy to the mix as well. New. Goes downfield. Trying to link up with Walker. Abbott gets herself in the way. Kim Abbott. Great foot skills as she works her way out of the defence. Turns the ball over to Policina. McGilligan. Policina. Strong challenge from McLennan. for New. If the Jets are really smart, they can just play out this game. What drama here at Walton Bridge Reserve. And you just get that feeling that it's not going to be the end of it either. Just get the feeling there's another little sting in the tail to come. I hope you're enjoying this at home. We certainly are here. This crowd is absolutely enthralled in this game. Ruth Blackburn. Pass cut out by Walker. Daniels. Risden has been quiet in the last 25 minutes or so. Dillon turns the ball over. Blackburn tried to cute with her pass. Not as far as New. Jackson. New. Policina. Nice crossfield ball. Finds Bisden. Ollie Bisden with a long range attempt off the bar! What a shot that was! So unlucky not to go in. It was off the bar and must have been so close to going over the line. Well, we saw the match against Logan that she's got a lot of power in those feet. That was a cracker of a shot. McGilligan delivers the corner. Gap clear again. This time it's Policina. Shots blocked. Another corner for the Jets. 4 minutes to go now. Gilligan delivers. And as far as Blackburn. Reynolds. Risden. New. Putting the ball out in front of Bisden. A free kick there for the Gap. Abbott's looking to go quickly. Blackburn presents and receives. Blackburn with a delicious ball in behind the Jets' defence. Nastorovic goes down. Cleared by Reynolds. Blackburn, she puts in a long range attempt! Just over the bar! Well, that got the crowd going. You could tell as soon as that ball just sat in front of Ruth Blackburn that she was going to try something. The Gap make a substitution. Chloe Robertson's coming off. And Lane Sunderland, sister of goalkeeper Tierney. She comes on. She won't have too long to make an impact. Nastorovic gets the ball away just in time under the pressure of Winter. I expect that next weekend, being Easter, we've got some matches scheduled on Easter Monday. I expect that our next match is going to be at Lions Stadium between Lions and the Gap. Check the FQ pages for more details. If that game is anywhere near as good as tonight, room for some great entertainment. Another long-range pass out of defence from the gap. Nameless ball there from Askin, I believe. Cap now have to go length of the field. Last minute of normal time. In fact, it's full time. Well, there you go. What an absolute ripper of a game. Moreton Bay opened the scoring in the 10th minute with a cracking goal from Riley Baisden. The gap equalised on the 31st minute through Sean Fryer. And then on the stroke of half-time, a thunderbolt from Lauren Askin put the visitors ahead 2-1 at the break. We then saw a goal from Rihanna Policina in the 57th minute. And then a goal by Katie Winter. With just 10 minutes to go, made for a grandstand finish. But it's the visitors that come away from Moreton Bridge Reserve with the 3 points. I'm Darren Lutton on behalf of Tom McClifty from Double Take. This is a Football Queensland production. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And we'll be back after the Easter break. So next weekend, have yourselves a great Easter. And we'll see you next week. In the meantime, enjoy your football.